Your phone pings. It's a group chat. It's from your kids, from your family, or from your friends, and they want to do something super duper fun with you. But then you begin to add up all the costs of that special evening, and your heart sinks and you think, I don't think I can do this. But the question is, do you really need to choose between spending time with your friends and family and sticking to your budget? No. We've got 6 really easy, fun swap ideas for you, and we have used them all.
If you don't know us, I'm Larry.
I'm Hope.
And we're from Under the Median, where practical frugality meets real life. Frugal fun isn't necessarily sacrifice. What it involves is your creativity in order to plan things that are fun and don't cost you a lot of money.
This is a topic we honestly love to talk about because we've raised 4 boys on a low income and we thought outside the box and we had so much fun and it cost us hardly any money. So those are some of the ideas and the swaps we'll talk about in this video. This, by the way, is a fantastic video if you're a grandparent or if you have young children still at home or if you know someone who has young children still at home. This would be a great video for you to share with them. And in fact, while you're at it, can you give this video a thumbs up because it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Let's run right into swap number 1.
Number 1, you're swapping going to a movie for having an at-home movie, but you're going to make it an adventure. You're going to have really good movies and have a theme behind them, and let the theme run into your snacks, maybe what you wear, everything, the lighting in the room. Make it really worthwhile and special. So this is an event that your people that come to it will never forget.
What type of theme, you might ask? Well, we have done several different themes.
Yeah.
We have done specific actors that we like.
Yeah.
We've done producers that we like.
We've done
we have
space.
Done space. We have done series that we
Yeah.
like. So we got a double or a triple feature going on. That's a long extended party. My kids, over like their winter breaks when they were in school, they would host a literal all-day party. This would be like an 8-hour party. My only responsibility was to keep the snacks coming. And the kids would each bring a snack when they came. And they knew they were going to binge a specific series that they all really, really liked. The other thing you might want to do is say costumes optional.
Yeah.
Larry and I, we don't really dress up, but sometimes our kids have dressed up for this sort of thing. You can also decide what sort of snacks that you are going to serve and make sure those snacks in some way relate to the videos that you're watching or the movies that you're watching. And a signature drink. Now, this is fun to sort of play with because sometimes the people that come to the party have to sort of taste the signature drink and then guess, how does this relate to what we're viewing this afternoon or this evening? And that's always a lot of fun too. And you can always do something. Oh, here's another one that we did. The best worst movies.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. We did like all the B-rated movies that we could find. And like we ranked them, we rated them. The audiences watching were like, all right, which is the best, worst movie? And so they would vote on which one of the 2 or 3 movies we watched was the best, worst movie. You can define that however you want. I'm just saying. But definitely theme. There is like the key to this swap, guys.
Another one we did that was really good was the Alfred Hitchcock theme.
Oh, yeah.
And we might have picked a couple of his movies that aren't as popular, ones that they don't show on TV that much. He did some wonderful movies. And frankly, he did some kind of B-rated movies that weren't so good that you can just have a laugh out of. And when you do your treats, make sure you're adding something extra to them. If you have popcorn, make sure that it's buttered popcorn. It tastes the same as the popcorn they have at the movie theaters. Or put a little bit of chocolate on top of it. But do something special to make it very unique.
It's super cheap and inexpensive to do a popcorn bar. We've done that, where you have several different kinds of toppings. They can go with sweet topping, savory topping, a little bit of cocoa. It does get a little messy, I'm not going to lie, especially if you have younger kids there. Like, go with toppings that aren't going to be like you have fingerprints all over your end table and your sofa and stuff. So that can get a little bit messy if you're doing that. But having like candies that you can put in, for some weird reason, our kids always wanted gummy worms. Really? Gummy worms in popcorn.
Yeah.
Personally, we could not
I like
see it.
popcorn,
But they thought that it was great fun. Film noir, we did that
Oh,
for a
yes,
thing once.
yes.
You can tell that we are incredibly enthused about this whole movie night idea, but we're going to move on to swap number 2.
Swap 2, micro adventures. These are little mini adventures that you might have, let's say in your own town. Maybe there's a special place in your town that can entertain your family for a whole evening. Maybe it's a park. Maybe it's a free night at the museum. But find a little mini adventure that they all can enjoy.
Best mini adventure we ever did. When we were dating, there's a place called Starve Rock, which is it is a 90-minute drive, so it's a little bit of a drive. We had our first date there. A year later, he proposed to me there. We went there on the second, third night of our honeymoon.
Yes, we did.
And 30 years, when we celebrated our 30th anniversary, we went back there. We took all of our kids with us, and we reenacted the proposal in the exact place that it took place 30 years before that. And the park was really crowded that day. I do not know why.
French Canyon.
There were people everywhere. And we had this audience that was watching him on one knee thinking that it was the actual proposal.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, congratulations. We're like, this is the reenactment. These are our children. We've been married for 30 years. We're celebrating our 30th anniversary today. And we brought our children with us, which actually, in their defense, they thought that was just as cool as if it had been the original proposal. Definitely the best mini adventure we ever went on with our kids. Think in terms of things that you can do within a period of, say, 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Even if it's finding like a park that it was then, say, a 30-minute drive of your house that you've never been to, pack a real picnic lunch, like the for real deal. And you are going to put your food in there, drinks, anything that's special. A lot of times we would find items that, like if I bought something, I just did this. I still do this after all these years. I found some of that bubbly water. It's flavored water. And I found a case of it on clearance at Kroger.
Yeah.
And I would find those items and I would set them aside for these special picnic days. Now, we took picnics a lot. So we did Friday night picnics. In lieu of going out to eat, that was one of the swaps we made, was we went on family picnics. But we would take, the Frisbee with us. We'd take a read aloud.
My wind-up record player.
We would do a lot of things on those picnics instead of, it wasn't just a picnic.
Yeah.
Anything that you can do to make something special and make it something that your kids know you're going to repeat again. Now, if the kids say they didn't like it when you got home, maybe not something you want to repeat. But our kids really look forward to those Friday night picnic nights. And I would try to choose special food that we could take with us. And they were just set aside for picnic nights, like the sparkly water, or maybe occasionally even some soda.
And look,
buy that.
And look for themes that your city might have. They might have something going on, like we have a riverfront, and they might have something very special that's going on there. Maybe some kind of a boat race, sailboat race, or something. Look for a free event that you can take your family to that you don't normally go to. Something new and fresh makes it really fun.
Okay, next swap. Unleash your DIY creativity. We have done online tutorials with the kids where they show you how to draw things, and everybody gets their art supplies out, and we all sit at a table and we practice drawing this thing. Sometimes we have to run the video back a little bit, because especially when they were young, and be like, I missed that step. But if you've got it on YouTube or got it on a video of some kind, then it's pretty easy to run back. Another idea as they've gotten older is a sip and paint night. We just did this. I will hold up my creation. I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, they had about eight of you in a room?
There were 8 of us. Oh, here I am moving our microphone. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
All right.
There was about 8 of them in a room, and they were all doing something that was similar. They had some objects on the table that they could draw. One guy did something totally different from any of the objects. He just did his own thing.
His looked like a Picasso. It was so interesting.
Really fun.
But everybody admired everybody else's artwork. It was a 2-hour event.
Creativity.
Our son's fiance did it because she is a professional artist. But you don't have to have a professional artist in your family, guys. You can harness those YouTube videos, pull up a Bob Ross, let those happy little accidents happen, and spend some time together doing something that at the end of the evening, everybody has something unique and interesting to show for it. So if you're enjoying these ideas, and you just want a whole lot of them, let's say 60 altogether, 60 ideas of free or frugal things that you can do as date nights, as a family, or things that you can do just to sort of treat yourself. I put all of our ideas, 60 of them, into a free resource. It's a free ebook of fun and free frugal things, and there'll be a link to it in the video description.
It's time to bring the potluck back into the home. You can do a potluck with your closest friends. And once again, as we talked about some of our other items, give it a theme, like say Taco Tuesday, and have people bring different things. You can even organize it so that they don't get the same thing brought by 2 different people. And that can be really fun, very low cost because you're only supplying 1 item, and there may be 6 that you're inviting all together. So you've got 6 items to eat from. That is a great way to save money and have a lot of fun together.
Okay, I'm going to give you some ideas of themes that we have used. We have done appetizers. That was an interesting one.
Yeah.
We have done DIY sub sandwiches. And so as the host, like one person provides all the bread. And then the guests bring all of the things to go on top of the bread. So basically, like we did a baked potato bar.
Okay, yeah.
So one couple, it wasn't us, they baked 10 pounds of potatoes in their oven, and that was their contribution, was the 10-pound bag of potatoes, and all the rest of us brought toppings. It's super interesting to see what people bring. Salads. We did all salads one time. Breakfast, we did all breakfast items.
Yeah.
So as you can see, once again, as with the movie night, the theme is super important, and everybody brings something to contribute that has to do with the theme. The friends we do this with, we've been friends with them for over 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
And our numbers are growing because now the kids are grown up and they grew up with this.
And they're having kids.
Yeah, and they're now married. They're having kids. So our numbers keep getting
really
larger.
expanding.
And it is so much fun. And the kids all look forward to it because if the adults let it go for a period of time, the grown kids are the ones texting the adults going, so when are we going to do another evening together?
If you want to dial up that fun too, have a cookie bake-off where the winner wins a special prize. It's something that you repeat year after year, like say a rubber spatula that you just hand off to the winner. So it just kind of goes around and makes its own little circuit. But that would be really fun. And then once again, you have a little bit of a game going along with that.
Swap number 5 is a little bit like one of the tips we gave earlier where we talked about going places, taking special picnics with you. This is really the idea of organizations in your area that generally charge admission, but if you watch, you can get free admission.
Yeah.
Local museums, a great example of that.
Yeah.
If your local museum is not having a free event, check with your local library because a lot of times libraries have free passes that you can check out, and you can do it a certain number of times a year, like maybe once or twice a year you can check out that pass, and as a family you can go to that place that generally charges admission and you can get in for free. Also, make sure that you're checking. We just had this happen. There is a super duper special event right now at our local museum, and our credit union is the main sponsor for that event, and they had a special day where all the credit union members could go to the event or to the exhibition, and they can get in for free. So check around and see if there are places in your area that allow you free admission. You got to kind of be on the newsletter list. We actually missed the one with our credit union because I did not check my email apparently quickly enough.
I'm sure they'll have it again, so we'll watch closely if they'll have it next year to repeat it. But those are definitely worth going to. And your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go to your library and check it out for free events. Swap number 6 is the spirit of low-cost competition. And these might be just some board games that you have that you all can play together and be in some kind of competition. And once again, there might be a prize that you could win for being the number one. We have some favorite board games that we like.
We do. So we're going to grab them. We got them out of we have a game closet. Anybody else have a special closet? You keep all your games in there. Okay, this is one of our favorites. This is Catchphrase.
Very good.
True story. See, do you hear that beep? I got to make it stop. Oh my gosh. So our kids, we ran out of room. We took all of our kids on a family trip this summer. We ran out of room for certain bags. And one of the bags we ran out of room for was the game bag. So our oldest son and his wife put the game bag in the back of their car, and somehow things got jostled in the back of the car. And that game, they're driving down the road and they're hearing this beep, 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 beep. And they couldn't make it stop. Finally, I don't know if it just finally stopped of its own accord, or if they pulled over and grabbed the thing and took the battery out of it. But funny story. But our kids all had special games that they were like, we're going to bring these with us on vacation because this is how much we love friendly competition and games.
One that I liked that we played together was Cards That Christians Like. And these all have some very funny sayings on them that are related to Christian activities and things. Very fun game to play. We would play that for maybe an hour and a half in an evening. And we'd make some tea, have some snacks. Really fun time. Usually a lot of laughs.
Cards Christians Like, it's like Cards Against Humanity, only it's the evangelical Christian version, where all of the answers, if you grew up in a church of any kind, you'll recognize all the people, places, and things that the cards talk about. But let's just say card games, not your thing. That's okay. We have some ideas for you. Scavenger hunt. One year, a friend of ours had a birthday. He came to our house, and we had clues hidden all over the house that he had to go from one clue and find the next clue and the next clue, till at the end, there was his birthday present at the end of probably, I don't know, it was about 10 different places in our house we had him go. So scavenger hunt's super fun. You can even do it in your community where you break up into groups and you have to go around town, take a photo. At these days, like everybody takes their cell phone with them, go to this place and they've got to figure out what the clue means and take a photo of this. Then once they're done, everybody comes back, and the team with the shortest time, once again, they win an inexpensive prize. Where do we get these prizes, you might ask? I'm so glad that you did. We wait. I'm so enthused about this topic. We wait until we find items on clearance, 75 to 90% off. We set them aside, and then we've got a ready supply of inexpensive but very fun gifts that people can win.
These ideas can cost almost nothing, but allow for the maximized amount of fun.
We like to figure it in terms of a cheap to high laugh ratio. That ratio, when you get it right, it doesn't cost you much money, but you have so much fun doing it. Having fun, spending time with friends does not equal blowing your budget to do it.
Yeah.
Now, if you are digging these ideas and you want some more, and you want some ideas that are specifically designed for winter. They are designed for having a whole lot of cheap or free fun over your children's winter break. That video is right over there.